Hello, teacher. We are going to talk about it. How do we learn? The members of this group are Emily Noroña, Randy Ortiz, Joel Sarabia, and my person Nicole Segura. Okay, the human being, along with other living beings, has the capacity to learn thanks to the stimuli that are the environment, thanks to the nervous system. This system has a great plasticity according to the sensory information it receives and adapts according to the needs that each situation demands. The functional unit of reception and response to the environment stimuli is neuron. Neurons are cells that have the ability to transport information in the form of nerve impulses. Thanks to the connections between neurons called synapses, this information can travel from one place to another in the body. Okay, for example, when we are studying a subject, through scent, we send visual information to the brain region that process what is read. With the synapses, this information travels to regions of the brain that are in charge of memorizing what are studying. When we are born, our brain has a large number of neurons that do not form synapses. Throughout the first years of life, the stimuli we perceive are very important because they are the ones that will generate which synapses will be formed. The stage of the PAC learning cycle. The following diagram represents our generating learning cycle and uses to acronym PACT. The stage of the PAC learning cycle are procure, new knowledge, in this case theory or ability skills is acquired. Apply, the new knowledge or skill is practiced in some way. Consider, the results of the practice are evaluated and assessed. And finally, transfer. The original knowledge or skills is modified.
My name is Randy Ortiz, and I'm going to talk about what is the current role of memory in learning. There are three main processes involved in human memory. Encoding is the first process that human memory sets in motion. The efficiency of learning, in general, depends on the efficiency of the coding process. It is an active and selective process that depends on a number of factors. Content factors, related to the type of material to be encoded. Environmental factors, related to the conditions under which the coding is carried out. Subjective factors, these factors can include such items as the person's state. Storage is the second process that allows you to keep encoded information. As with encoding, storage is an active and selective process. Whenever the information is stored, it will be transformed, rearranged, and permanently included in new links, even if the subject is not fully aware of the process. Depending on the length of retention, there are two levels of memory: short-term memory and long-term memory. Both act as filters that protect our brain from the incredible amount of information we encounter on our daily basis. For this reason, it is important to reinforce the concepts learned. The third process is recovery, and it is the process of accessing stored information. This occurs through recognition or recall. Recognition requires only one process, a simple familiarity decision. Full recovery requires a two-step process. First, research, and second, choosing. Here we have some ways to combat forgetting. Achieving optimal number of repetitions. Space out a repetition. Use appropriate repetition formulas. Logic is preferable to mechanic repetition. Thank you.
Hello teacher, my name is Emily Noroña. I'm going to explain factors that favor learning. We must understand and learn how the brain helps us envision new learning strategies. So, the first factor is in learning a picture is worth 1,000 words. In well-known or routine situations, the brain becomes lazy. The key is to harness the human's brain search for novelty. To learn, the brain needs new stimulations. Apart from the brain can remember moments, images of things that were important and not in our life, memories that were recorded in our memory. The second thing is the brain learns through contact with nature. Things that are recorded in our memory, for example, colors, animals, type of plants, among others. We can find an infinity of stimulations with different shapes, color, movement. This diversity of characteristics favors efficient learning. So the theory factor is working with college. It is stimulating. The brain is stimulated when we interact with others and motivation increases. If we have motivated students, we have attentive students. And if we have attentive students, that learning is more likely to be meaningful and they will remember it for life. Finally, playing or practicing sport is also learning. Physical activity helps the muscles secrete a protein that, upon reaching the brain, favors neuronal plasticity. This plasticity translates into an increase in the number of neuronal connections and synapses. It is a mistake to disengage students from sports activities because they favor learning and memorization. Thank you, teacher.